What is up, folks? It's time for another night of Dark Souls. Time for another night of Dark Souls. Time for another night of Dark Souls. I'm echoing. Because I'm watching the stream. Alright. Well, folks will get here in their due time. Until then, we are gonna go on ahead and make our way to the lower Undead Burg, because that is where our destination shall take us next. However, I'm just gonna go on ahead and let some people know on my on the Discords that I'm on that this is a thing that's happening right now, in case they care. Some people do. Some people don't. And some are irrelevant. Did you know that? So let me just hop over here. Says that I'm live now. Hop over here. Aha! I can hear myself. Okay. Streaming Dark Souls over on YouTube. Oh, hang out. Colin-D. Paste the link, throw it down there. And boom. Go and throw that in a few places. And let's say one more here and here. All right. Now that I've... Oh, let's go on Facebook too. Let's advertise on Facebook. As if anyone cared. Get out of Discord because I don't need that. All right. And back in business. Oh, gotta... Oh, there we go. How's it going, my dude? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming out. I remember you from last time. Hope you've been well since the last few days since we have last hung out. Missed with his firebomb. That was a beautiful failure, and that was just a crummy attack of opportunity he got on me there. I didn't like that at all. In fact, I'm gonna go rest back at the bonfire because that was pretty disgraceful. Yeah, dude, this game's amazing. It really is. It's like every few years I just get the I get the desire to play through it again, you know? Like, that doesn't happen to me with many games, but with Dark Souls, it's just like, I'll just be like, you know what, it's been a while since I've been to Lordran. Let's just go back. And, you know, every time it's amazing. I never have a bad time with this game. Even when I'm getting my ass kicked. Which doesn't happen as much anymore, but, you know. Even when shit isn't going quite in my favor, I'm still loving the game. Of course, you never forget your first playthrough, though, do you? I still, for me, that still kind of lives in infamy in a way. Because my first playthrough was pretty embarrassing. I just did it, well, at least the first half of it until I got good, as it were. I just played atrociously. I was stuck on the bell gargoyles for like a week. And I just kept on trying to fight them and just couldn't do it. Yeah, dude, like, there's some games for sure that, like, it just, they call to you in a way, you know?
Somebody! Please let me out of here. Somebody, anybody, help me. Unlock the door.
This is one of the the weird cases where the master key will not help you. I don't know why. Yeah, it's kind of stupid, but you can have the master key and it won't help you at all. But yeah, dude, there's just some games, like, and a lot of them do tend to be older, but not all of them. But like, take a game. Oh wow, take a game like Deus Ex or something. Like, that's one of those games, man. Like, there's a reason that there's the meme behind it that everyone says, oh, every time you mention Deus Ex, someone reinstalls it. And it's true, because every time it's brought up, someone's gonna think about, wow, okay, that's embarrassing, Jesus Christ. Everyone's gonna, like, remember, oh, wow, Deus Ex was such a fun game, I want to play through it again. And then you play through it again, you're like, yeah, it was just as amazing as I remember. Let's try and... Okay. That was embarrassing. Dude, getting cursed is like one of the worst fucking things that can happen to you in this game. You lose half your health, and it's awful. And the first time it happens, you're like, wait a minute. Literally, you're wondering what the fuck happened. Hey folks, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry if some of you had to see that embarrassing death by hollows I had there. Pretend that didn't happen. I'm better than that. Except those fucking torch hollows, they're like the nastiest kind of dreglings you can encounter. Because they are merciless. Like, that fire damage doesn't stop for... That's the wrong way. Doesn't stop for no one. And I was trying to be a show-off and, like, multi-kill them, and it didn't happen. I should know better than to try and mess with the torch hollows. They're bad news. Alright, come on, folks, let's go. I'm hoping not to get cursed on this playthrough, because I really don't feel like going to go buy a purging stone and go through all that bullshit of having to, you know, get uncursed. But, you know, that's something that only I can control. And it's the only reason that basilisks continue to be in the franchise, is because everyone hates the thought of getting cursed. Like, yeah, you can master playing through the game with pretty much all the other enemies. Like, after a while, no one's gonna scare you or stand in your way, but even if you're an expert, you're still gonna be, like, slightly wary around basilisks, because they can totally ruin your day. With their big old false eyes that aren't... This gentleman is, well, he appears to be stuck inside of me. Alright, well... Guess he's along for the ride. I mean, I'm okay with that. Gotta go through here carefully, because the thieves are gonna... Yep. And they have a special backstab move, too, so, like, if you turn your back to them, they can really ruin your day. Yeah. I love the ragdoll physics in this game. I know some people, like, are like, oh, they clearly didn't know how to use the Havoc physics engine. And yeah, well, that's true. It's kind of one of the characteristic things of the game, and it's just like, I love the ragdolls, and I think most fans of the series do as well. Right. And the boss of this area, unlike most people, like, a lot of people dislike him. I gotta say, I actually really enjoy the Capra Demon. Like, to me, he's, I don't know, he's a lot of fun. Let's see, gonna get another... All the thieves roll up again. Let's try and... Ooh, nice. How's it feel? There's a doggo. Yeah, dude, exactly. Capra, like, he really will test your abilities. And, well, that sucked. Like, he tests how ready you are, like, in just situational awareness kind of stuff. How well-versed you are in knowing how your character works because of the proximity in which you encounter him. And the two mobs that are within the dogs just make it that much more of a ordeal. Honestly, on his own, he's not bad. It's the dogs that make him difficult. Because you gotta tend to them before you tend to him. So if I die once, that's gonna be why. Alright. Well, with the dogs dead, Capra's not gonna be a problem. That was a very bad illegal hit, sir. And I don't appreciate that. For a second, I thought those dogs were alive again, and I almost shat my own ass. Because I was about to be like, wait a minute, no, I killed them. I've never tried a soul level 1 playthrough of these games. I don't think I could do it. That would, I wouldn't like that. Like, respect for the people who can do it, but for me, like, nah, dude. I need to be able to, like, actually use the abilities that my character gains along the way from gaining souls. Thank you very much. Like when there's people who can do like soul level 1 on New Game 7, and it's like, what the fuck? With a Rock Band controller. Or a dance pad. Alright, we got this guy. Oh! You little cocksucker. There we go. And your souls, please, Mr. Capra Demon. Just add them to my total there if you don't mind. There you go. Honestly, like, Dark Souls 2 is probably my least favorite in the series. Even though I've played it through more times than... No. I'd say it's on par with how many times I've played the rest of the series, but before Dark Souls 3 came out, I played it through the most of any of them because I replayed Scholar of the First Sin to play the DLC through, and at the time I hadn't, like, gotten the urge to replay Dark Souls 2 again, Dark Souls 1 again, I mean. So even though it's one of the games I spent the most time with, it's probably my least favorite. Obviously, I think everyone would agree on that. Like, I don't know anyone who universally loves and praises Dark Souls 2, and they really shouldn't. It's not a bad game. It's just coming off the heels of one of the best games made in this generation. And it's like, well, how do you top that? And it doesn't help matters that Miyazaki-san wasn't involved, and it just ended up kind of being really... It didn't have the soul of the series intact, as it were, as a result. And like the devs thought, oh, Dark Souls is good because it's hard. Let's make this game really fucking hard. And in all reality, like especially that happened with the DLCs, like with the co-op areas and shit. My god. They didn't realize, like, that the game was supposed to be hard but fair. Dark Souls 2 just made some really stupid choices, like, in terms of difficulty. And what it thought counted as fair versus hard. Like, oh yeah, let's put enemies right near a vendor. That's a great idea. Or certain encounters that you couldn't know about unless you had previously gotten into them. Sup, Barbie? How's it going, man? Like, in the original Dark Souls, in this one, you could pretty much... Like, there's some ambushes. There is some ambushes in this game, plenty of ambushes. but if you're very careful and methodical, you can pretty much spoil most of them. Like, if you take your time. Dark Souls 2, there's some that you could never even, like, you'd have to be psychic or, like, have done a walkthrough beforehand. Like take, for example, this ambush. You see a couple dreglings over there, but if you're slow, you can hear there's someone walking around over here. And if you look, you'll notice this area is open behind you. You see there, and then you'll see that guy walking around there who's gonna try and come after you after you take these guys on. And I believe, yeah, like, he immediately aggroes to you. Like, they all do. But he's gonna be the closest one to you. So you're going to want to take him on first. And it's all about being careful to notice that. Whereas in Dark Souls 2, you know, there'd be a door that you'd look like you'd be about to open. I'm thinking of the one in Huntsman's Copse. And you go to open it, and all of a sudden it just gets, like, knocked open by one of the hollows in there. It's like, how the fuck could you have known that? You're going to sustain damage unless you knew. And there's no way to know that that would have happened unless you played before. And yeah, I agree. The areas in Dark Souls 2 were pretty boring, average, generic, dark fantasy stuff. Like, Dark Souls 1 had some really unique stuff, but, like, Dark Souls 2, like, there was nothing in there that would really make you stop and go, wow, that's really something. Like, we've all had our moments, like I'm sure we all know it's like the first time we got into Anor Londo, and we're just like, holy shit, this place looks just amazing. Very rarely did that happen in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 3, we all had that moment with Irithyll. Because, I mean, Irithyl's goddamn beautiful, and the reveal is totally epic. Especially after just struggling your way through the catacombs and defeating High Lord Wolnir. Just abuse these backstabs on this asswipe. But Dark Souls 2 didn't really have any wow moments. The DLCs did. Like the reveal of the Iron Keep. No, that's not what it, the Iron Keep was the volcano place. What the second DLC, the Iron King's DLC, where you got to cross the giant chain. I am Lois. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was from the third DLC, and that's the thing. Like, Majula was great, I agree. But any of the other really great areas, like Aleum Lois, were from the DLC. And the DLCs from Dark Souls 2 were totally awesome. I would say, like I said, Crown of Old Iron King was my favorite just because I enjoyed the vibe to it a lot. But on its whole, like, Dark Souls 2 just didn't have the right design to it. I mean, I still think it's a good game. It's just not a great Souls game, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean it's bad at all. It's just not as good as it could be. And Miyazaki-san's lack of involvement shows. God, this is getting ugly for me. I still really, really, really love the music for Majula. I have tried Neo, actually. Gotta say, was not really into it. I thought the combat was good. I was like a chain scythe wielder. I forgot what the weapon was. Just threw the fucking dog up in the air. I forget what that weapon type was called, but I thought the combat was good, but man, I got hella bored of the environments hella quickly. It just ended up being like a slog after a while, and I couldn't get through it because it was all caves and valleys and villages. Just I was not into it. I know there's like a hell of a lot of content there, but like I just wasn't feeling it. The bosses were pretty alright designed. I don't think they were as tight as a Souls boss, but they weren't bad. Honestly, I would have to say the memories in Dark Souls 2 were actually one of my least favorite parts of it. Mainly because I found the giants to be overpowered as fuck and not fun to fight. Especially because you couldn't take your time like you normally can in the game, because you get ganked pretty easily by people shooting at you, or the giants knocking the crap out of you, and you only had a certain amount of time to play through the giant memories. I don't know, it just, to me, the giant memories were a cool idea in concept, but I didn't enjoy how they worked out. Oh, okay. Like the concept of it then? Yeah, dude, absolutely. Like, it's really cool. Especially because, like, the giant lord is implied to be the last giant, so you kind of, like, fight the same boss twice, which is, like, a pretty neat idea. It's like, you just kill him both ways. Just ruin the guy's life. That would be bad. And yes, I know there's the other way down in through here where you can get the bonfire and stuff. We'll be going that way. This way just is a little more... It saves more time when it comes through checking everything out. Now this is Dark Souls on PC Remastered. I just hate these slimes. I mean, I like slime in real life. Slime's fun. But not these guys. I think, yeah, down there is where the basilisks are. Why did you feel like your first playthrough of Dark Souls 3 was ruined, man? Like, what caused that? Get the fuck out of here. It's important that you kill this channeler. Oh god, I thought he was a corpse. It's important that you kill that channeler because, like, if you don't, he's gonna constantly buff the gaping dragon during the fight, and it's really gonna ruin your day. Yeah, that's a crummy way to play through the game like that. Playing it on console and having to play through the whole thing co-op. No, to me, I think it's one of those games best played on PC with a controller, of course. But, like, it's best experienced yourself so you can experience everything as it comes and as it happens uniquely. Part of the fun of Dark Souls is that, like, feeling of relying on yourself and, you know, working your own way through everything. Like, if you fucked up, that's too bad. You're shit out of luck. You gotta deal with it, bub. You know, that kind of feeling. He's dead. These guys are not. I'm not even gonna try that jump because I hate platforming in these games. I'm pretty sure I've already been to the other side. Yeah, because that rat's dead. Alright, I did what I had to here. Killed the channeler. A lot of people get confused when going through the depths. It's not really a confusing place. Just a little samey. Because you're basically just going through the sewers of the Undead Burg. we're gonna drop down to the basilisks here. This is intentional. I just hope I don't get cursed. Holy fuck. That was close. Right. Well done, well done. Honestly, the worst bit of the basilisks is the very first time you encounter them. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. He says this, he probably gets cursed. The first time you encounter them through here is the worst because it's such a confined space. Ring of the Evil Eye. That's useful for right now. I'm gonna equip that. That helps us get health back for killing stuff, which we all certainly like. So we're gonna loop this up back over into here. Have a swing over here and grab the thing that's on the other side of the drop down. After we get this guy out of here. Get the fuck out. Oh dear. Get out of here. Yep, yeah, see, that's the problem. That's why I hate the platforming in this game. I press the buttons, but it just didn't happen. And I want what's over there. I think it's just a humanity, but I don't care. I want it. And there we go. God damn. Every time I gotta, like, jump in one of these games, my, like, balls go into my mouth. And I'm like, oh, boy. Very carefully is how I got it. That's all I will say. Very carefully. Oh, and for those of you who were here on Thursday night, and I was talking about that show I was going to be playing on Friday. Yeah, it didn't end up happening because we got shut down for the evening. The venue got shut down for the evening because the fire marshal just so happened to show up. It doesn't help that we've already had, we have a guy at the Department of Labor who's totally got it in for us. The fire marshal just so happened to show up and decided to shut us down because our door opened the wrong way at the venue. It opened inwards, and it's supposed to open outwards. Despite this fact, countless businesses have operated in this space beforehand and not had a single issue. But it just so happened on our first night of operation that the fire marshal came in and decided to take a look at things and happened to decide to shut us down because the door opened the wrong way. Which meant that your boy didn't get to play, which really sucked because I was totally in the zone, you know, like my meditative state to like go and get ready to play my set. And I got yanked out of it when the dude who owned the place, when his girlfriend came in the back room where I was meditating, and she's like, she's turned on the lights. She's like, yeah, dude, we got shut down. And I'm like, are you fucking? She's like, nope. So that was really super lame. I'll have another show coming up soon, but that really bummed me out and kind of threw off my equilibrium because I was like, I was in the zone to play, you know? I was ready. My body was ready. I had my plans figured out and everything, knew what I was doing. But, oh well. I felt off kilter ever since, unfortunately. That's because I was trying to summon my dark emotions before the set and then didn't get to release them. Oops. Let's see. There's going to be a rat over there in the tunnel there to signal us that we can go through up there. we're not gonna go fight Gaping Dragon just yet. We gotta stop by Andre and upgrade our scythe. If we can, which I think we can. But anyways, let's first say hi to Dom Hall of Xeno over here.
Aye, sure. And good day. I'm Donald of Xeno. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
Let's see, I don't think he has anything we need. Nope.
Well, that is a shame, but no matter. No, not to worry. Come back again.
So we're gonna go on ahead and kill this rat because he's a bitch. Ow. Guess I'm the bitch. Granted, I'm not being as careful as I could be, or should be. So we're just gonna run up here and open up the shortcut. So we can actually activate the real bonfire of the depths. Not rely on the, God, what was the last bonfire? Yeah, the Undead Burg bonfire, not rely on that. Get off all them souls. Yes, Mr. Miyazaki has granted me that through his infinite wisdom. I think we already were over here. Yes, we were. Right. Now, all we gotta do is not go that way, because we already went that way. So yeah, the depths are confusing. But yeah, I wonder if I can keep up with my previous record of being able to, excuse you, to take on Blighttown in a single sitting, with a single life. Not dying once. I did it on my last Let's Play of Dark Souls. And if I can do it live, I'll be really proud of that. Who knows if I'll be able to, though. That's another question for another time. Let me see. Do I have the Titanite I need to upgrade? Let me see here. What the fuck am I doing? Titanite chunk. I should. I believe so. Oh, we're gonna stop by Andre anyways. Actually, let me see. If I can't remember, what do you? Where's my phone? Do you guys remember what you need to ascend to like +6 kind of stuff? Can't remember. Like, 'cause I'm at +5. I don't remember if it's a large Titanite, if it's a Titanite chunk or. Yeah, it's a large Titanite shard. Yep. Okay, I don't have that. Lame. Alright, so we won't go visit Andre. Because we can't ascend our weapon any further right now, even though we do have the ember we need. But what we are going to do is level the fuck up! Because I'm done carrying around this fucking many souls. Alright. Yeah, I like that. Alright, we just straight power leveled. And I think green Titanite you need, green Titanite is only for, like, ascension for, like, fire, I think. Because I'm doing the to the +15 on my, my scythe. I think, yeah, plus 14 standard weapon, so that'll take you, yeah, it'll take you to that. I know the slimes drop large titanite shards, but they're super rare of a... Oh god, that was pitiful. I'm sorry you had to see that. They're a super rare drop, and I don't feel like dicking around with that. However, I do want your health for my Ring of the Evil Eye, so I will just kind of harvest that from you. Because I want to go into the fight with the Gaping Dragon with a full deck of cards. If you wouldn't mind kind of dying for me. Alright. Now we will go on ahead and face the Gaping Dragon. After we fight through the rats that are before him. Take a look over here. I always think there's something here. There never is. Doop. I always think there's rats here. There never are. Alright, well, on to the boss. Show me what you got! Let's see, I should be able to take him to town quite easily, given my my heavy level up earlier. He says as he immediately like gets crushed. Yeah, getting out of here. Not about that. Oh look, it's your head. Let me just kind of hit that a lot. Take this guy's tail off. It's good they give you a good arena to fight him in, like nice and big. He needs it. It would be really crummy if, like, you didn't have enough room to maneuver around in. I definitely wait until he, like, decides he wants to do something and commits to an attack before I try and, like, get around him or anything else. Like, especially if he drops down and shows his head. Like that. That's beautiful. I hope to take off his tail. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Now he's marginally less dangerous. I miss the boss tail weapons. It's a shame they never showed up anywhere else in the series. That was like kind of a victory card, victory trophy you could claim from an enemy if you took their tail. Excuse me, sir. I'm just gonna smack your face around a little bit. Now, he can't attack from back here, so we can get some free hits in. Well, one free hit. If he drops down and shows us his head, like, again, then we've got him. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on, one more. Lame, 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 lame. Lame! The biggest lame. I got done stepped on. I was trying to show off there. Lame. 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 That was my bad. I was trying to be cool and, like, finish him off instead of waiting for the right moment. That was all me right there. I don't shame Miyazaki. He designed that to happen. He's laughing right now. Every time a Souls player dies, it adds a second onto Miyazaki's life. God, that was embarrassing. No, I don't need the cutscene again. I know what I'm fighting. What the? I could have sworn I was totally out of the way of that run. That fucking stomp bullshit. That was lame. Talk about that hitbox. That was not a cool hitbox. Wasn't into that. Did not appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. That was a lame hitbox. Gaping Dragon's like, oh, you almost killed me. Well, I'm gonna ruin your day. Oh. Here's the real joke, though. No one can ruin my day because it's already been ruined. Ha! Because I woke up. Ha! He's gonna do the thing. Gotta grab them souls and get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, buddy. He's gonna do some tail swipe bullshit. I realized that using gold pine resin would probably make my time a lot easier, but meh. Uh-oh. That's gonna be bad. I just want him to drop down so I can smack his little crocodile head around. They really are. I think some of them really suck, honestly. So that's what I'm saying, like that. Like, come on, man. Oh, fuck. This is gonna be bad. He's gonna do the fucking charging attack. Well, not charging, just kind of ballers on through there. Right, give me that tail. I said, give me that tail. Give me that tail. I want that tail. Oh, no. You can be a little bitchy with that thing. Oh, no. That's bad. I wanted to do the, well, what is it, emote at him. Uh-oh. Oh, balls! So this is what I get for showing off, for, like, trying to, like, be sexy about it. It's just... I keep on thinking maybe I could get one more hit off and then I get eaten. I don't even get eaten, I just get stomped. Believe it or not, this is the most I've ever died to the Gaping Dragon. Usually I'm able to kill him in one go. Of course it's while I'm streaming. You know, because that's just my luck, right? Enough of me trying to show off. Just kill the damn boss, Sora. Fuck the bone wheels, fuck the bone wheels, fuck the bone wheels, fuck the bone wheels. I hate everything about the bone wheels. They're the worst things, worst enemies ever. There is no mercy in my life for bone wheels. See, what the fuck? Okay, that was a tail swipe? Bullshit. Bone wheels are the worst, man. They are just ridiculous. Can I not cut off the tail a second time? If not, that's totally lame. I mean, I'm not expecting to get another weapon out of it, but, like, still. Should be able to take this guy's tail off. Yeah, dude, I punished the tail a lot less when I cut it off last time. Guess you can't cut it off a second time. That's unfortunate. He's gonna do the thing, and we're gonna do the thing as well. And we're not gonna show off this time and try and get in an extra hit. Are you assing? Really? Really? This guy's testing my patience a little bit. Just a little bit. Lame, lame, lame. It's always like the easily avoidable attack too. It's not like a giant AoE thing, it's the one that you can easily run away from. Of course, right? I feel like if he catches the edge of you, you're done for. Well, it's just I'm not having a good night with him tonight. I can usually beat him on a single go. It's just tonight's not working out in my favor is all. Oh, you're getting gold pine resined. I'll make things a little bit easier. That's what I'm talking about. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Right there. He like tracks you when you dodge to the side of his leg. Like, you could totally book it, and he'll just, like, be like, oh, no, I'm just gonna step on you anyways. I hope I can redeem myself after this when I show you guys how I can, like, rock Blighttown. And feel better about my failures. Also, for the record, I saw Lords of the Fallen was mentioned earlier. Definitely did not enjoy that game. I enjoyed the Surge quite a bit, but I did not think Lords of the Fallen was good. It felt terrible to play. I couldn't even, like, allow myself to play through the whole thing. I just had such a bad time with it. Off with that tail. See, this is proof that I can be good at this boss, see? Lords of the Fallen had terribly designed bosses, too. Like, they were just not fun. See, here's my proof that I don't suck against this boss, because I'm beating this guy without getting hit. See, there you go. Perfect gaping dragon fight. Cheers. Told you I could do it. Always pissed me off that you could never go in there. I always thought you could. So lame that you can't. Alright, well. That's Gaping Dragon done with. Now we have the fun part. We get to go to Blighttown. Haha. But before we do that, we're gonna stop back by Firelink Shrine and bump up to 10 Estus flasks so we can have a better chance of making it through that terrible, terrible place. No, I am not going to do Blighttown naked. That's a terrible idea. I might be decent at the game, but I'm not that good. Lame, lame, lame. Oh well, I don't care. There's a bonfire right there. Trying to look at chat and play the game isn't always the easiest thing. So we're gonna go back up through the depths, get the 10 Estus. I don't think I can upgrade my scythe. That really makes me sad. Because I don't think I have the, yeah, I don't have the large Titanite chunks, and I can't buy them anywhere yet. Unless I just happen to get lucky and they drop from one of the slimes through here. Which is theoretically possible. So... because I'd like to be able to ascend my weapon. Titan, unless... I'll run by Andre and see anyways. He's just a quick trip away from the parish. I know it does, because I'd figure they'd be weak to fire damage. Pyro makes everything in this game easy. I just don't have the stat points to choose to put into Pyro. What a surprise, no Titanite drop. Didn't think that would happen. And there's the fucker on the ceiling over here that, like, I can't... He's lame. I always end up getting dropped on. Because I want to trigger him to fight him, but I've never been able to dodge him. Which is double lame. But I want that soul. Yeah, that would actually be a pretty good idea to farm them like that. You and your fucking invincibility flames, you jackass. Speaking of pyromancy, let's free this guy up here.
Please, you must help me.
I already have.
Thank you. I would have been a sucker being in the line. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, dearly. I am Laurentius, or the Great One. Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
I mean, yeah, you could skip the depths by going through the exit to Blighttown, but I just prefer going through everything. Yeah, like even when I watch speedruns, I like to watch all boss speedruns because I feel like that's a really that's like the most complete way to play the game. Depths are a little boring though, but whatever. We're done with them. We just gotta go back up top side, get some Estus. I would have to say yes. Mainly, I would say probably yeah. Dark Souls 1 is probably my favorite of the Souls games. I would... because Dark Souls 3 is pretty good, but it's a little underwhelming. But it doesn't have, like, some offensive design choices like 2 does. Demon Souls is great to see where the series started, but it's not as fun to play after having played the newer Souls games. I haven't played Bloodborne yet, so I can't fully say Dark Souls 1 is my favorite without having yet played Bloodborne because I don't have a PS4, so... But as it stands, I mean, Dark Souls 1's amazing, so... I mean, just the sheer amount of options you have open to you when playing is just awesome. I wanted to give him a point-blank hit just to make him feel better. Alright, let's take a look at the moss I have, too. I'm gonna buy from the merchant while we're here. So if we're going down to Blighttown, we need some moss. Let's see. Purple, blood red. Okay, we definitely need some more. So I'll buy one more of those, and 6 of those. I'm banking on being able to make it through Blighttown without enduring too much pain and hardship. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where I get the poison bite ring from. I don't remember where. From Oswald. That's right. But we're not going to do the gargoyles yet. So I'm just going to have to suck it up, Buttercup. Poison's not too bad. As long as you have the curatives. No, 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 no. There we go. I have a feeling we'll see something more from that, from Bloodborne in future. People love it too much for it not to continue. We'll see. Welcome, friend. How's it going? We're gonna make a quick trip back over to Andre, see how he's doing, see if he can upgrade our scythe. I doubt he can. We'll talk to these fine folks on our way back. Thankfully, with Demon Souls, I do have a PS3, and a friend of mine that I went to college with gave me his copy of it, because he's like, yeah, I beat it, I don't need to play it anymore. So he just gave it to me. It was fun to play, though. You could definitely, you could see all the changes in the evolution forward that Dark Souls made. It's basically a lot stiffer version of Dark Souls. But well worth playing if you're a fan of the series, which you bloody well should be. The exclusivity is only because of Sony's involvement. It wasn't a conscious choice on behalf of From Software. They signed contract with Sony to make an exclusive game for the system. Sony never bothered with Dark Souls, so that's why we see it on all the consoles, and that's why it became the most successful one. Thus showing exclusivity hurts popularity. Alright, Andre, can you help me out, buddy?
I could. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Most weapons are whatever.
I know I have another ember to give to him.
Always saying in the beacon. I've seen much I could. Well, you've made.
Can I? No, I need a large Titanite shard. That's what I thought.
In there. Be careful out there.
Yeah, I know we can farm them off the Tower Knights in Sen's Fortress, so we'll be able to raise up our stats on our site before we go to the Anal Rodeo. The only reason I'm going to buy a PS4 in the future would be for Kingdom Hearts 3, because I don't know if that's going to come to PC, and I desperately want to play Kingdom Hearts 3 because Kingdom Hearts is my life, and Sora is my son, and also my boyfriend, and also me. He is all of these things in one. Deal with it. Alright, now let's have a word with these religious nutcases.
Oh, hello. My guests have finally arrived. I will be departing with them shortly. So, I'm afraid I will be saying goodbye soon. It was a pleasure.
Can't say the same, bitch.
Oh, hello. Miracles, I presume.
No,
Come again.
you presume wrong. Are you sure you picked the smartest companions to join you on your journey, miss? This guy's just gonna like talk smack at me.
Hmm? What have we here? You look awfully raggedy. Times are grim. The least you can do is look sharp. Don't you dare meet my lady like that.
How dare?
You might scare her off for good.
Rude.
Oh, you again. What business have you? I don't suppose we can help, though. We accompany my lady on her righteous mission. It is quite a chore, but I'm stuck with her. And Nico, too. I can't very well abandon them now.
Your neck, sir, is legendary.
Oh, it's you. We're to leave momentarily. The catacombs aren't exactly my idea of a good time, but what can one do? I do hope we meet again. Rary or not.
After talking smack at me? I don't know about that, bud.
Oh, it's you. Rary or not.
Hello, my lady.
You are undead as well. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us. Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not.
This bitch right here.
Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks?
Yes, she
Or are
is.
you so uncouth as to...
I hate Petrus and blame him for all the bad things that happen. What's up, Pyromancer bro? Alright, we've rested here. We're gonna do it again because we can. Gonna... yeah. Make ourselves hit a little stronger. Petrus is just a fucking piece of shit and I hate him. And I just want him to die. Look at those damage numbers. Into it. I love that it gives shrug. It's like, is that all you can do, Petrus? Really? Just like, whatever. Alright, folks. Well, we're coming up to everyone's all-time favorite part of Dark Souls 1. Yeah, you know it. It's time for Blighttown. Aw, yeah. I think I'm gonna buy a little more moss. Here's hoping I can make it through on that much moss. I could buy more, but I want to, like, I'm greedy with my souls. Gonna set those up in my quick slots before I head down there. Trying to avoid most of this bullshit. Even the way Petrus tries to placate you from the beginning, he's just like, oh, I know. How about this? Like you're trying to talk to a child to get them to shut the fuck up. Like, don't offer me candy, you Petrus, you little worm. I've heard such radically different things on Far Cry 5, man. Like, it really depends on what reviewer's taking a look at it. I don't even know what to think of it. All I know is that Far Cry has not been original since Far Cry 3. Everything since then has been a repeat of Far Cry 3. Far Cry 4 was just Far Cry 3. Far Cry 5 was Far Cry 4, which was Far Cry 3. I don't know. Time will have to tell. Lame. To the bonfire. See, I'm just not a co-op kind of person. I'm I like to do shit by myself, you know? So to me it's like, You're right about that, though. There's gonna be this amazing, like, mega ultra release of before KH3 comes out. The Ultimate Alpha Omega Final Mix Prologue Epilogue Chapter Biography Obituary Thesaurus release. It's gonna happen. And if not, I'll be shocked. Because that's just the way Square's business model towards KH has been. Alright, folks, you know what it's time for. Let's do it! And the color filtering changes drastically. And by that knowledge, we know that we are gonna go down to Blighttown. So let me just set up my quick slots real quickly, appropriately. Probably won't need too much in the way of the blood red moss clumps, but Kingdom Key dildo, excuse me. Well, I feel violated. As I well should, because we are entering Blighttown. Oh noes. Alright. Never enjoy going to Blighttown. See, how's the roll looking? Cool. I still want a fast roll. Alright, here we go. That's a good start. All right. Come and get some. See, these guys won't be too much of a problem. It's where the toxin guys are that's a problem. Is there one over there? I can't remember. Yeah, there is. Let's see if we can't go on ahead and give them a little piece of our mind. Lest he shoot toxic at me. Oh dear. That was a bad idea. Forgot they could do that. Oh, god damn it. You annoying little bastard. I hate you and everything you stand for. Oh, that went a little better. Oh, excuse me, sir. I'll just, oh, okay, you can do that. I'll let you come on up here and we can talk about it later. You know, take a moment, take your time. Welcome back. How's it going? Missed you. Goodbye. Alright, that's into Blighttown proper. Thank God there's only a few of those toxin dart guys. I hate them to death. They're the worst. You can barely see their projectiles and they just ruin you. And what have you got? Souls and more souls. Alright. Tell you, I am not looking forward to this. Pressure's on, because it's on record that I've beaten this without dying before. And I wanna do that again. I wanna prove my worth by making that happen again. Live. It's on record. I recorded it for a Let's Play where I did indeed make it through without dying. But now I'm live streaming it, and I wanna have definitive proof that there was no editing done to that video to show you that I made it in one go. First goal is that bonfire. That one glorious, glorious bonfire. How did I forget about that? Oh well. Could have been worse. If that's the way forward or no, it's not. Can't be. I've only ever played through Blighttown a handful of times, and I hate it every time, so, like, I get really quiet and, like, focus really hardcore when I play through it. Because I can beat it, I just... Oh boy. I'll figure it out. These areas are fairly intuitive in leading you through the right-ish way, to a degree. Oh, that's helpful. That's really helpful, actually. See the ladder there. Is this where it just came through? Yeah. I always forget about that trap too. It always fucks me over. Aha! There it is. There it is. Beautiful. Ah, gorgeous. Thank you. First time I played through Blighttown, I died near the base of it. And I was like, oh, it's not so bad. I hadn't gotten the one, the bonfire down at the base bonfire in the swamp. So I was like, oh, that's not so bad. I'll just respawn at this bonfire here. Turns out I lit the bonfire, but I didn't rest at it, and so I had to do Blighttown all over again. That was the worst fucking thing. I was so salty, but I did it. God damn right I did it. Well, that was a clusterfuck. If you'll excuse me, folks, I'm just gonna go back to the bonfire and pretend that that never happened. I saw that. I've actually never had that happen to me in any of these games. Nothing phases me when I play, so... I've never really had like a nope moment with any of the enemies in these games. I'm just kind of like, oh, that's what's next? Alright, sure. I just kind of take it as it goes, basically. Let's see what would be really useful through the Ring of the Evil Eye. So I can hold on to my Estus for as long as I can. We've got a long way to go. Oh, there's a fucker over there. I see his arrows. Oh, not now. Not now. Son of a bitch. Please tell me I have repair powder. Oh, fuck. Shit. That's not good. That's really bad. Let's see how this how it treats me, though. Maybe I'll be alright to make it to the bonfire down in the swamp. Let's see, how are we looking? Alright, I'm still doing alright. Dude. Oh, that's lame. Got my fucking weapon damage. Oh, well, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Ah, Jesus. Anything else could have broken, but my goddamn scythe. Oh, it's you. You're an asshole. No. Get the fuck out of here. No, I don't have any repair powder, unfortunately, and that's really lame. I'm definitely not about to fight Quelaag like this, so what I'm gonna try and do is get to the exit, like the swamp bonfire, go out the exit and go through that way. And then come back that way, of course. God damn it. Oh, that sucks, man. Definitely not an ideal situation. That's right. I hope there is. You know what, I'm not even gonna mess with this guy. I know I've killed him before just fine, but like, I don't feel like messing with it now with my weapon being damaged as it is. No difficulties with frame rate here. At the very least, we've almost made it down to the swamp. which is a major plus. Splatmaster, you'd hate to see the fucking man centipedes and demon souls then. You would nope like motherfucking hell if you saw those things. In the Valley of Defilement. Oh boy. I'm hoping, man. I mean, I pray to teriyaki as well. I like teriyaki. Granted, my weapon's not broken, so I'm not fucked, but it's at risk. So I'm doing considerably less damage than I could. Thankfully, it's not terribly affecting my my playthrough right now. I've had worse occasions, that's for sure. Aha! 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 I knew there was one of you fuckers over here. Get the fuck out of here. God damn it, I hate them so much. Yeah, if only the Wanderer was carrying repair powder, that would be great. Blood flies. Get the fuck out of my village. Not having it today, or tomorrow, or the day after. Things are so nasty. Are you fucking retarded? No, clearly I am, because I let my weapon get to risk status. Alright. Well, we made it down to the swamp. That's amazing. Hello, Bloodfly. I see you. Alright, now we're just gonna book it. Accept the fact that you will be poisoned and book it for the bonfire. Alright, let's see. Let's look at my durability. What are we looking at here? I accidentally unequipped it. GG. 32 of 130. Okay, that's not great. It's at risk. So, basically our next best choice, because I am not facing Quelaag with a risked weapon, is to go back out the exit through the Valley of Drakes, dark route to Andre, and then back down. That seems to be our only choice. Unless I should happen to find some repair powder, which I'm doubting. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about the guy from New Londo. He could do that too. I know I legitimately keep ever forgetting he's there, even though I know he is just down the stairs. Alright, but right now we gotta make it out of Blighttown alive, which is easier said than done. And then get back into Blighttown. No, he doesn't die. He just kind of exists there. He exists behind his cage. Some goods over here. I know there's something to get also on the other side, so that was lame. Lame. I ended up hitting something completely different than I wanted to. Incredible. Oh, there's one of you guys over there. You guys smell like shit. I gotta get off this fucking branch so I can do the thing. Did I get toxic again? Oh boy, that's not good. Come on, use your Estus, you moron! You're joking, right? Like, I was spamming the button, and you didn't do it. That's funny. That's really funny. I appreciate, you know, when the game doesn't respond to my commands and I end up dying because it didn't respond to my commands. It's not just great. It makes me a little salty. Because I did not deserve to die there. I was pressing the fucking button. Repeatedly. Whatever, I actually made it through Blighttown without dying. Eat my ass. I don't count this because this is an extra errand chore that I have to run because my weapon is ready to break. double kill. Dig it. Let's go and put that toxin blower out of his misery. I don't like that they can clip through surfaces. I don't think that's very fair. Having memory issues on where to go. It's over there. Lame. I know there's some goodies over there to be had. Are you shitting on my face? That was really not appreciated. And we're so close to being done with this place, too. That's the funny part. And you're gonna make me waste a moss clump. Great. Just need to get to New Londo. That's all I need to do. We're nearly done with Blighttown. Like, the hardest part's over. Right now it's just the game trolling us. It's not, but, like, since I'd be going up here, it would be, like, staying with me the whole time, and I just don't want to deal with that. Yeah, dude, by the time we're done here, it's just going to be a sharp, pointy stick. Alright, listen, buddy, you need to really stop doing that, okay? Your buddies do too. Tell you what, that's really not appreciated. And I'd like you to stop. Or not, go right ahead and keep doing it. How the fuck am I supposed to reach you? That's cheap. I know there's a Firekeeper Soul here. That's why I'm heading over here. And not bailing out quite yet because I want that Firekeeper Soul. I think there's a whole bunch of dogs down there, yeah. I forget, was there anything in here, or was that where there was a gap that you could fall into and feel like a dunce? Yeah, that's where you could... Aha, I knew you were doing some risky business here, sir. You cocksucker! Oh my god. Not my day today, man. Go watch my the episode of the run where I did this perfectly so I feel better. Ugh. I think I lost my souls too. Oh well. Beyond the point of shits to give. I just want that Firekeeper Soul. We're gonna come back to that. Now that I remember how to get there, we're gonna come back to that. Oh my god! There's balls suffocating my face. Balls being dipped into my nose. It's not going so well this evening. You guys are a bunch of smartasses, but I appreciate you nonetheless. With this, I'll make it up to you. I'll kill Quelaag in one go, huh? We'll do that. I can promise. I'm not killing Quelaag with fist only. Forget about that, man. That is not happening. Broken fist, two-handed fist. I'ma just take my stuff and leave. Yeah, you could actually. It was pretty silly. Okay. Oh fuck. I don't even remember the way out. I know this was the way to get to the Firekeeper Soul, which I should probably still grab it that way. Aha. That'd be amazing if this could break and that would happen. I'm laughing my ass off. And in this chest he finds repair powder. Alright. There's the way out. I'll worry about getting that Firekeeper Soul once my goddamn scythe is fixed and I don't have to feel like an invalid trying to fight everyone else in that area. Scythe has held up remarkably well through everything, though. I'm really appreciative that it hasn't, like, shit itself entirely yet. Can't I just outrun one of your aggro ranges? The other one kill himself like a dumbass. That's what I like to hear. Later, nerd. Flaccid ultra great sword. That's what they call me. Alright, I can finally get my fucking weapon repaired. Hallelujah. I'm sorry, sir, I don't speak alien. Maybe. I haven't had much desire to really, like, make content, I guess. But I might. I'll talk about that in a second.
Well,
because I've had some considerations on my mind about what I want to do.
I'll show you.
Repair this fucking weapon immediately. Thank you.
Goodbye then. Keep your head up.
And you know what? We're so close to Firelink. Let's just go and get ourselves plus 10 Estus flasks. Like, why not, right? Anyways, so... long story short, some people who know me, some people who don't know me, I've struggled with depression in some measure or another for like 10 years now. I'm 22. Been at it for, yeah, I could do that, but, I don't like wasting my humanities for kindling bonfires. But anyways, yeah, I've dealt with depression in some measure for the last 10 years of my life, and that oftentimes affects my abilities and desires to create content. But I would persevere, and I would still oftentimes make stuff because it would be my my outlet, if you will. It would be my creative outlet, and that's how I would get through everything, by creating content. And that was cool. My most active era on YouTube was 2014 till 2015. Maybe 2016-ish. It was a year or so span. Year or two so span. I was partnered with Maker Studios, and they were really good to me. I got to go on this like all expenses paid trip to help make a promotional video for them. That's the main video you see over on my channel that I helped make. It was pretty amazing. Kyrie helped a lot with my content, for those of you who might remember her. She was awesome. And but then shit got fucked up when I entered my third and junior year of college, when I started to work on my major, which was supposed to help me get better at my creative abilities in regards to making more and better content. Like, I'm a film major, media study. And I was expecting my time in my major's program to help me become better at that, to help really hone my skills. But all it is just jerking off over old media philosophers whose words hold no relevancy in the modern day, and teachers who don't know what they're talking about, and no hands-on activities whatsoever to speak of. And ultimately, it has killed my desire to make or create any content whatsoever. So, like, I should be learning how to, you know, be making more and better videos and stuff, right? Yeah, theoretically. But instead, all we're learning about is stupid shit. We read the Communist Manifesto in one of my classes, a media analysis class. How the fuck does that apply to media analysis? Your guess is as good as mine. But anyways, I lost the desire to make any creative content after school failed to provide that drive for me when I should have been learning that. No hands-on content to it whatsoever. Just bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. So, and then Maker dropped all of its like partners that weren't like AAA money makers. Even someone like, if you guys know Mr. Icarus Lives, he does Doom Mod Madness, excellent guy, you should check him out. Even he got dropped, and so I was like, well, why even bother now if I'm not even bothering to make money? And like, a lot of my fan base was fragmented because I made a lot of, excuse me, because I made a lot of different kinds of videos. I didn't just stick to one kind of video. It was always a little bit of everything. It was Let's Plays, it was rants, it was music reviews, it was food reviews. I did do, like, album reviews. I did a little bit of everything because I'm a multifaceted person with multiple interests. And I wanted to express that through my channel. But not everyone wanted to see all of the same things that everyone else wanted to see. So some videos would get massive amounts of views, other ones wouldn't. Oh, that's better. Yeah, even Icarus got dropped off of the platform, which says something, because a lot of people are like, oh, no, you're just mad because she's not a big enough channel, you couldn't make money. I was like, well, nah, dude. Not even Icarus could, and Icarus does pretty well for himself, and he's a really cool dude. But so yeah, it's kind of just been this thing where I just haven't had any desire to make anything. And when I do, it's like, I'm like, well, why bother? Because I don't ascribe to, like, the popular model of what works on YouTube. I like to kind of do my own thing. Call my own shots. I like to make long videos that are a little more drawn out, a little more interesting. You know, aren't all 100% like jump cuts and all that other bullshit. Of course the spot kills me again. Because I'm in thought. Anyways, yeah. Because you watch an average video on YouTube from someone who has, oh, I'm gonna be back at Firelink, of course. Oh, fuck. You look at the people who are popular on YouTube, and, you know, all their videos are all of like 5 minutes long, filled with jump cuts and everything else. And me, I like to take my time. The popular form of video now is short form, like mobile video. Dude, fuck that. I hate that. I like to be long form. I like to take my time, really have an audience invest with me, hang out with me, get to know me, and like feel like, oh, Kenshin uploaded a video. Sora uploaded a video. I know my channel goes by Kenshin, but I prefer to be called Sora now, because that just changed. And like, I want people to be like, oh, sweet, Sora uploaded a video, like, you know, it's a nice half-hour, 45-minute long video. That means I don't have to do anything for a half hour. I can just sit back and watch a video. Like, that's what I would like people ideally be like, because shit, that's how I am. If a YouTuber I like uploads a long video, dude, I am hype as fuck. Because that means I can just put it on and relax for that X amount of time and not have to worry about what I'm gonna do next, because I know they'll be entertaining me for that X given amount of time, you know? But that's unfortunately not the popular model when it comes to the way YouTube does shit. Everyone likes their shit short form as possible. You're lucky if you, like, there's a reason that, like, skippable ads on YouTube, like, even if you can skip them, like, you gotta wait 5 seconds to do it, because they believe that if they can capture your attention span in 5 seconds, then they've got you. The idea is, if you don't capture someone's attention in 5 seconds, then that's it. I hate that shit. It's true, but I hate that shit. And granted, that's why I use ad block. I don't see ads except for on my phone. Everyone who complains about targeted ads, I'm just like, dude, shut up and get ad block. Or I don't even use ad block. I prefer uBlock Origin because it's better than ad block. And then last year around this time, unfortunately, last year around this time, me and Kyrie had to part ways, which sucked, you know? It, wasn't great. I still hold her in very high regard and still respect her a great deal and think she's amazing, but the reason it sucked so bad was because the ultimate reason for it, why after 4 years of being together we had to part ways, was because my depression was manifested in very bad, negative ways and ended up hurting her quite badly. She believed I was better than my depression, which yes, I am, but it manifested itself very badly into bad things, and it just it took its toll on her, and she couldn't do it anymore, and she lasted against the elements for a long time, for which I'll forever respect, but like that's what ended up happening, and it's one of those things that I'm stuck with the guilt of, I guess. For better or worse, even though she has since forgiven me for any altercation and issue that happened as a result, it's still one of those things that dwells in my mind regardless. It's like, man, if only I had had a better lockdown on that shit, it could have been different. How the fuck did I get toxic again? Whatever. There's no way I'm making it out of there like that. I was gonna like homeward bone, but I was like, oh, maybe I can't. No, and the choice was made for me ultimately. Oh well, on to fight Quelaag, I guess. Yeah, it's, my depression's pretty bad. I got on medication for it, about a year and some change ago, and it helped. I'm still very miserable, don't get me wrong. But the important key was that it made me less angry. My anger was a big issue with my depression, went part and parcel with it. That's what ultimately hurt those who were closest to me. Specifically Kyrie. And thankfully the medication has helped me manage that a great deal better. But in its place, instead of anger, I now just have an overwhelming amount of just disillusion and sadness from life, I guess. A lack of desire or care towards anything. And regard for my own life in general. Last week I had a pretty bad breakdown. Where my mental state gave out and I had enough, and I ended up self-harming, and that was pretty lame. Didn't have a lot of fun with that. I don't do it often, but it happens sometimes. Second time this year. Would rather it not happen at all, but oh well. I know it's not a healthy way to deal with things. I know it's not helpful. And I don't do it because I think it is, but it's just because, I don't know. I almost feel like when I was bad there for a while the other day, like last week, I just had this dark feeling inside of me that there was some demon, some negative thing inside of me that I had to like cut out and remove from my body. It was a pretty crummy state. Gotta admit. Not normal like me at all, because I try to keep a pretty upbeat and happy attitude towards things in life, but that was a little grim, that. So, will I make another Kenshin cast at some point? Yeah, probably. Because that's my... Because what I was saying was, like, I'd love to, kind of start, like, a series of general, not necessarily about myself. Well, it would be about myself, but that wouldn't be the absolute focus and idea. But, like, it wouldn't be for myself, it would be for anyone who wanted. Like, I'd start a series of, like, mental health related, like, vlogs, just being real and honest about that shit, about my struggles, about, my history, where I've been with stuff, and, you know, just sort of get inputs of others and stuff in that regard as well. Because mental health's a really important thing, and I don't think enough people talk about it, and unfortunately are you fucking... Stop! Oh my god. So this is what I get for being distracted while talking. I don't think enough people talk about mental health like they should. Because unfortunately there are ignorant people who stigmatize it. There's people who are like... what I really hate is like when... Oh, are you fucking? What the fuck? I thought that didn't happen until after I killed Quelaag. What a fucking tit. That's unfortunate, but by and large we're almost done with Lordran. But you know, there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, you're young. What do you have to be depressed about?" It's like, dude, if you knew my history of shit that I've dealt with or whatnot, you wouldn't give me smack for that. Maybe even if so, someone could be like, "Oh well, it's not so bad. You could be old and this and blah 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 blah." It's like, it's different for everyone, and there's so many elements that make it up. There's not one answer to it, you know. Like, what works for someone may not work for someone else. So that's why I, like, have been toying with the idea of sort of doing my own take on that stuff. Like, that Kenshin cast was a little bit of a stab at it, and, like, over a year and a half ago I did, like, Real Talk or whatever. That was another attempt at it. You know, trying to reach out. To share with others and speak to others when I'm in those states, because that's the thing, like, I don't hide my my struggles. I know a lot of people are afraid of getting that shit stigmatized, and rightfully so, because some people are just way too fucking rude about it, and they're like, "Oh, depression's not real, you're just lazy." That was rude, though. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think I'm just lazy. If I could do all the shit that I wanted to, I would. My performance is suffering because I'm distracted talking about this. I'm sorry. Don't pay attention to the fact that I'm getting my ass kicked. This has gone more from, this is less of a stream of the game and more me discussing things that are relevant to me, so don't mind that. Don't mind the shoddy gameplay because, and the thing is, it's not that I'm getting this out, like, that I've never talked about this before. Like, that's the thing. People are like, oh, maybe you should see someone. Maybe you should see a psychologist or something. And yeah, fair enough. I appreciate the intent behind that. But I've done that before, and it only served to piss me off further, because they're of no use to me. And secondarily, I talk to everyone anyways. I open up to everyone who will listen. Anyone who cares, I talk about it. I'm not afraid to have people hear my stories or end up thinking ill of me as a result of something. Because, you know, we all, like, struggle with shit. And if someone wants to, like, give me a hard time over it, then fine, they can go right the fuck ahead. That's not my problem. That's their issue, you know? I've got enough of my problems. I don't need whatever your deal is and why you don't give two shits about me making my life difficult. Go ahead and bitch and moan about that. But point is, I just don't even know what to do at this point sometimes. Because, dude, medication has only helped so much. Yo, thanks for hanging out, nobody. I appreciate you. Take care, dude. Have a good one. It's like, I'm not afraid to share that stuff, like I said. But, like, to me, it's like one of those things where I almost don't even know what I'm supposed to do next. I'm on medication. I've tried talking to someone. I am very open and vocal with my friends about it, and I know that they support me and love me and take care of me, which I greatly appreciate. I take every chance I can to get out of the house and go do something, go on an adventure or some shit. But, like, nothing seems to change or work for me, you know? It's just always same shit, different day. And the disillusionment and the just bleak feeling towards everything just kind of grows, you know? It just sucks. Because I'm at the point now where I'm just like, man, what does anything even matter? Like, I try to take that absurdist viewpoint oftentimes, where it's like, well, nothing matters except for the things you choose to have matter, and those things are inherently true because you chose to have them matter. Like, I used to be all about that, and I still am in some regard, but, like, dude, it's hard. It's hard to just keep at it, you know? I don't plan on giving up. I'm not gonna give in. But, like, having a bad time of it, though, you know? I try and do anything I can to, like, make myself feel like I'm alive, I guess. Like I said, I go on adventures and everything if I can. I go on all the sort of adventures I can, you know. Maybe do some risky things here and there. Possibly dangerous things, but I don't know. It flows in cycle and comes back always to the same point of just feeling crummy, I guess. I carry a burden with me. That burden is my own and is the burden of others. It is the burden that I deal with of my own depression, my own sadness, and my own failures and my own mistakes. and it is the burden that I choose to bear when it comes to others, because I value others and love others and want to take care of them as best as possible as well. And I'll get hella invested in people because I give a damn about them, because the cycle of violence goes when people don't care and they're hurt and they hurt in turn. So why not be hurt but heal in turn instead? But that still brings with it a heavy weight. And it's a weight that sometimes I'm just so fucking sick and tired of carrying, you know? It's frustrating. Every day, man, it's a fight. Most people don't see that because I present pretty well, but like, even a friend of mine who I know, who normally knows me as being someone who presents really well and is always upbeat, was like, came into work and he was like, dude, you look like you ran over someone's cat, are you okay? I was just like, oh man, I'm losing that fight. I'm keeping at it, but I'm losing it. I'm not gonna give up, but it's getting hard. It's getting really fucking hard, I'll tell you that. I wish I did. Well, I kind of do. At my house, like where I technically used to live with my folks, they don't have one. Because my mom's allergic to cats and dogs. But I live with my grandparents now because me and my folks just couldn't live in the same house together for reasons. And they have cats, and I spend a good amount of time with them. Unfortunately, that also doesn't help me much. We have 3 cats. One that lives inside, one that lives in the garage, and one that like lives in the one that lives inside, one that lives in the back garage, and one that lives outside and sleeps in the garage during the night. That third one, the white one, she's a white Siamese cat, the one who kind of lives outside but sleeps in the garage. She's my favorite. Her name's Namine. She was a stray that came to us, and she's just the friendliest little sweetheart in the world. I love her to bits. She just loves to hang out and cuddle. So whenever I'm feeling crummy, like, we hang out and she makes me feel a little bit better. But yeah, I wish I had a dog. I'd love to have a dog. I'd love to have a Samoyed. They're my favorite kind of puppies. I would love to have that kind of interaction. But yeah, I get really invested into people, especially the people I care about, obviously, and it can sometimes take a bit of a toll. when I care so much. And, you know, because I bear others' burdens onto myself because I care about them and I want to help them. And a lot of my friends have some pretty serious issues that I ultimately can't do much for, unfortunately, but I still feel for them and stress for them regardless. At the very least, we're done with Blighttown and we're going to face Quelaag, so there is that. We can be happy about that. She should be pretty easy peasy for us. Come on, call it in. No, Mildred, I'm not summoning. Mildred didn't invade because we're not human. And 2... What? Dark Souls, what are you doing? Mildred didn't invade because we're not human, and I'm not summoning her because I'm not doing any summons. Dark Souls, why are you doing this? There we go. Alright, Quelaag, let's go. Teach your bitch ass some manners. I forgot about that attack. I forgot she could do that. Oops. Let's try it again. Maybe not suck this time. Jesus Christ, that was close. Let's try this again. And not make a fool of ourselves. Oh, I forgot these fuckers were a thing. Gross. If the frames weren't so droppy. Get the fuck out of here, you disgusting piece of shit. Quelaag, take 2. This time I mean it. Lame. That was just like a little poke and that was it. I didn't enjoy that. That's alright, man. We're gonna be finishing up soon anyways. We're just gonna kill Ceaseless Discharge after this and then worry about any other shit later. So thanks for coming out and hanging out. Have a good one and hope to see you next time. Adios and have a great one. You're appreciated. Let's do it. I mean it this time. Rude. Very rude. That's what I thought. Boom. Meant to do that. That lava lasts a long time, man. Let us ring the first bell of awakening. Very good. That said, however, we are not done here. A few more things must be done. First of all, I believe it's here. Yes, hidden bonfire. A kindled bonfire, no less.
Oh dear. What have we here? Are you a new servant?
Hell yeah.
But you have no eggs. Ah, no matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
And this is the covenant we will be joining for the game, because it's a PvE covenant. If this fucker will hurry up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we will worry about the rest of that later. Won't have to worry about that until we're collecting Lord Souls. Now we have the bonfire we need, and it's kindled, which is great, because the current one that we use in Firelink has been snuffed out when the terrible, terrible Night Lautrec decided he wanted to ruin our day. No matter, can be dealt with once we hit An Orlando. I hate that these guys make these shitty things. They're gross. Heck off. I don't even need these guys in my life. At least the lava's not a disgusting eyesore anymore. God, I love the Demon Ruins. It's such a cool looking place. Just visually, it's so cool. Alright, it's time for our boy, the Ceaseless Discharge. Like, look at that. It's just so cool, man. Ceaseless Discharge, always in a state of constant fucking torment. Just look at that motherfucker there. He is not having a good time. Like, yeah, bro, just kind of standing in the lava, on fire with all these tentacles. Bad day. We're about to make his bad day even worse when we, like, jack this armor set. Rude. That was extraordinarily cheap. Ceaseless Discharge is, in my opinion, one of the worst bosses in this game. Thankfully, you can kill him easily, which we are, of course, going to do. Oh, Dark Souls, why are you not responding? Oh, there we go. I just found that kill incredibly cheap. There was no way to see it was coming. So now we gotta, like, lure him over here again. Yeah, maybe he'll come on over. Hey, buddy. How's it going? He's not gonna do the jump, is he? Nope. That was lame. If he does it one time, he should do it all the time. Yeah, take care, man. Thanks for coming out and watching. As usual, I appreciate anyone who does. Have a good one, please. We're nearly done here anyway, so you won't be missing much. I'm just gonna expedite this fucker from his life, and that'll be it. Ceaseless isn't predictable enough to be fair. Do the thing, you fucking dickwad. There we go, that's what I like to see. That's about right. Alright, folks. That will be calling it a night for tonight. Next time, we're gonna go on ahead and attempt to do what's going to be easily the most difficult part of this playthrough, which is going to be taking on the 4 kings and Sif before we even go to Orlando. But we are going to go to Sen's Fortress first so I can get the needed upgrade materials for my scythe. So next time, that is what you have to look forward to. Will be Sen's and whatever the hell else will come afterwards. So thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Sleep well. Take care. Adios, amigos. Peace.